This is the
Then, on the morning of July 4th,
finale to the Ben
2007,
Frater story.
after misadventure with his medication, Elise woke to find Ben had died in his sleep.
It was like all the air had been sucked out of the world. It was quite strange. It was really strange.
I didn't think that would happen. I did think that he would sort of get through, and I saw him as a sort of somewhat delicate person, but no. So that came as a shock and surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
For our small group, like Tim and Rob and myself, and Frater was the rudder of our ship, kind of, which, might sound pretty strange, just saying, like, a massively schizophrenic individual was able to keep us all on course, but that's the way I remember it.
Rabid unicorn in a small glass box, oddly salubrious and white and deformed, prepares for heaven by raising one bent leg. Love, Benjamin.
He loved the Blake quote, the road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom, because, he was going down that road of excess, but excess in a sense of poetry. The poetry was excessive, the mental illness was excessive, his passion was excessive.
He would have been, and still should be, an important Australian poet. Just as simple as that. And had he not died and had he continued writing, that would have occurred at some point.
He was always obsessed with that line. There's no, who was a Theodore Adorno or somebody said, there's no poetry after Auschwitz. And I think he put that in a poem and then said, there's no Auschwitz after poetry. But I think that's kind of fitting, He was kind of saying, well, fuck yeah, there's poetry in everything. Look at this fucking horror. Look at these people really beating the shit out of their wives and, living this nightmare. And he's like, I'll make poetry out of it. Watch.
Hotel, you heard Tim Cahill, Elise Blaney, Rob Wilson, Denise Frater, Kylie Hedger, Alan Wern, John Hawke and Ben Michelle. The poetry was written and performed by the late Benjamin Frater. Additional poetry of Ben's was performed by Dan Wiley. Prey Hotel was written and narrated by Lisa Nichol, and technical production and sound design was by Timothy Nicastri. The associate producer was Rod Blewett. A posthumous selection of Ben's works called 6 a.m. in the Universe was published last year by Grand Parade Poets. You can check out our website for more information on this, and there you'll also find some video footage of Ben's live performances and additional recordings of his poetry. You're listening to 360 Documentaries on RN. I'm Kirsty Melville, and now a slightly surreal idea packaged up into a delightful story.
Okay.
Star for Sale
Ciao.
by Patrick Holland reminds us that not everything can be bought and sold.